check. It's your boy, Willie Waters.
G-Stat, DVD.
And welcome back. This is Talk Dat, episode 24. And today, y'all, we got a special guest in the building, dog.
Special guest. Miss Loose Me, Let Me Go.
Hey. Big
Miss
talk.
Nishie L.S. Introduce yourself to the people, please.
Hey everybody, this is your girl Nishie L.S, aka Miss Loose Me. I am a singer, songwriter, vocalist, entertainer, based in Nassau, Bahamas. But you know my roots are down in Andros.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I didn't even know that.
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Andros and Crooked Island.
Oh,
Got you.
wow. You're a real island girl.
Oh yeah, indeed.
Oh, you're an island girl.
Indeed.
Family Island.
Yeah. That's what's up.
So for someone who ain't never been to Andros and Crooked Island, like give the people like a brief summary what it is, what life is like down there.
It's quiet. It's quiet, rural, but it's homey. It's an acquired taste. It's not for everybody. Yeah, especially Crooked Island. Good Lord, Crooked Island. The last time I was there, I was a bit young. The last time I was there, I'm not too sure as to how it's looking now.
Right.
But when I was there, the population is relatively very small.
Right.
And so my grandmother, she was from True Blue Crooked Island. We went there to visit at a family reunion. And her settlement was pretty much uninhabited.
What?
And so, but it was so beautiful.
Right. Yeah.
And so quiet and pristine and
peaceful.
Yeah. Oh, but the mesquite, Jesus. The mesquite, Jesus is Lord. Yeah. They will pick you up and carry you. But island life is an acquired taste. If you're a city person, definitely not the place for you.
Right.
But it's excellent to come home to if you want to clear your head, if you want to, the homecomings and regattas and stuff. Those events are normally when things pick up on the family islands.
Right.
And so being able to go back home and perform and entertain for my people down there, it's surreal. It's surreal.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a good feeling.
What? I know you probably perform like every homecoming or
not all are able to catch me.
Okay.
Reason being, a lot of them tend to happen on the same weekend during the same time.
Yes,
when we could be in one place at one time. Andros always, for some odd reason, seems to miss the ball with getting me, especially for South Andros homecoming, because that's predominantly where my father is from.
Okay,
He's from South Andros. And when they have their homecoming weekend, I'm already booked for Exuma or Outtro or something somewhere else. And when they'll finally pick up the phone and call me, Nishie, we need you to see. I'm like, I'm already booked. So I haven't been able to go back to the South yet.
Right. You in the North though?
Yeah, definitely. Okay. I've done Crab Festival. I've done.
I've never been to that either.
Yeah, I've done North Andros and Berry Island homecoming, stuff like that. So yeah.
So out of all of them, like which one you like the most? Like, or you have the best memory from?
All of the family islands, out of all of them? Oh, I can't do that. Let me tell you why I can't do that. Because you can cause a fight. You can cause a fight. Well, I'll say this. Outtro been supposed to name a road after me.
What?
The amount of times I done touched down in Outtro for the past 3 years at least.
Wow.
I supposed to have my Loose Me Boulevard or my Nishie Lane or, you understand?
Easy.
My Outtro people, the best memories I would definitely say I would have performance-wise. Let me say performance-wise, because the way I'm treated when I go to these family islands,
right.
I've had some bad experiences. I've had some bad. With every business, you have your good clientele, you have your bad clientele.
Right.
And you know how people go sometimes. You want everything for nothing, or they'll try to get the best on you or lowball you or whatever. But I do my best in keeping things as professional as possible. I think
Right.
I've only ever lost my cool one time.
Mhm.
But
Things happen.
things happen. Best performance experience, Exuma Regatta.
I love Exuma.
Exuma Regatta,
Stalking Island. What?
I would say based on my numbers, because I tend to post my content also. Not all the time,
Right.
but when I do, they tend to go viral. Exuma Regatta, I think 2 years ago, would have been one of my biggest performance numbers I would have made. In fact, Exuma Heritage Festival, when I first started as Nishie LS,
Right.
that garnered over 1.2 million views. And yeah.
On Facebook?
On Facebook.
Whoa.
And my numbers began to grow from then. I think I'm up to over 21,000 followers now.
Okay. Wow, that's
And yeah. And Exuma would definitely be one of the biggest performance experiences, the biggest crowds, the you got to watch it to understand.
Right.
You got to watch
right,
it to
yeah,
understand.
Yeah.
But my Eleuthera people, my Bimini people,
Hey.
listen to me. My Andros people, all the way down to Auckland.
The first time I ever saw you perform was in Bimini, and in like 15, 20 seconds, that was a fine.
Ah!
I'm telling you, like,
no.
So you saying, so what you just said about Exuma, and like when you perform, like your followers went up.
Right.
That don't surprise me.
Yeah.
That don't surprise me at all.
Yeah.
Because like I became a follower as soon as I saw you. 15, 20 seconds, it was like, it was over. You know? It's, me personally, I'm more like I've grown to like get past like falling in love with the artist. I'm just in love with the art.
Right.
So the art takes me to the artist.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So like I know by me loving the art, I know who put the work in, who respects the art, who does what it takes to get to the next level in a sense. You understand what I'm saying? So
yes.
I saw that out the gate. I saw that.
Wow.
Even like singing, because you know that even like I used to perform rapping back in the day and stuff. You rap for 30 seconds, you tired.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? But like you was like, you don't even, you just remind me of Beyonce. You know?
Real talk.
That's like, you just remind me of Beyonce.
If you have any idea as to how hard that is,
That's why we said that.
I'm telling you, I
it
used to
is
rap for
hard as hell.
out of breath.
I ain't gonna lie, I watched you last night, babe, and I was just in awe. That was my first time seeing you perform was last night.
I was bragging with you though.
Yeah, he was.
Thank you.
He was.
Thank
But
you.
even down to like, but you could really tell you have fans because
Yes.
that was okay.
Yes.
Last night was a
Yes.
Bahamian
Yes.
and Spanish night.
Right.
The Spanish people going first. It wasn't nobody in there.
Right.
Wow.
So,
No,
but when you come on, everyone end up going in
when
there.
you,
like,
wow.
even when
it was like the show start.
Wow.
Even when it comes, everybody's like, "Hey, she come in like let's go inside." You remember? Yeah, I'm telling you, you have like genuine fans. Which is,
And we 1,000 miles away from the Bahamas.
That's
Right.
great. Listen,
That's
Yes.
the mind blowing part of it.
I posted a snippet of last night's performance when I sang Get Involved.
okay.
6 hours ago or 7 hours ago. That post has already garnered over 15,000 views
Wow.
within the 5-6 hours that it's been posted. And I'm like, how is this happening? Why is this happening? You know, you tend not to want to question why, but you still want to know how.
Yeah, because
You know,
that's
you
how
still
you
wanna
grow.
try to make sense of it.
Exactly.
That's how you
Yeah,
grow.
yeah.
You know,
yeah.
I was so nervous about this performance because, again, my first Atlanta performance was a bit more intimate. So it was a bit more comfortable for me. Believe it or not, as many big stages as I've been on, I prefer the smaller, intimate settings where my, my diversity is utilized more. I sing in the hotels as well.
Okay.
And so my repertoire is vast. I'm not just a Rake and Scrape artist.
Hey,
I sing
yes.
everything. In fact, my foundation is gospel and jazz. Gospel, jazz, and classical music. Yeah.
Okay, so you used to sing in the church.
Yeah.
See, that's what they see. I know you used to sing in the church. I just know, because you could sing. So you just can't sing. If you could have just sing, if you could have hold a note. You
Right.
understand what I'm saying?
Right.
That's a different story. You could
Right.
sing, so I know it.
Right.
Yeah.
There's a lot of passion in what it is that I do. I invest a lot of my energy, you know, and this is something I've been talking about a lot for the past few weeks. Energy transcends, and you can be gifted, you could be talented, you could have all the riffs and runs and abilities, and still touch no one. You could be
That's
up there doing the most,
That's true.
Facts.
and nothing resonates, nothing sticks. But for me, when you come up there with a positive mind, open mind, and you're willing to give all of yourself, leaving yourself vulnerable, pretty much wearing your heart on your sleeve out there for the world to take and do with it as they wish,
Right.
you know, it's a big chance, it's a big risk that you take, but it's one that I feel is always worth it if your mind is in the right place.
Right.
And so what I always hope to get from my performances is my people being able to feel what it is that I'm trying to get them to feel, and understand that Rake and Scrape, as simple as it may sound, is a very complicated, a very complex genre of music.
High energy.
I have seen professional, and I'm talking professional international musicians struggle to figure out how to play Rake and Scrape music.
That's facts.
Struggle.
Facts.
Struggle.
I agree. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. It's a little bit different.
It is.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
how long you been a performer? Or when did you even take on this talent to say?
Oh, now y'all want me to show my age.
Well, how long
That's
you
what
been
y'all
doing
want.
this though?
Y'all want me to show my age.
The reason why I asked that too is because he's saying, you know, you could tell the people that put in the work, and it shows on the stage. Like you spend time into your craft.
I have been in this thing for 20 years.
Whoa!
20
Wow.
years. I've put in. I started very
So since
young.
you was born,
Pretty much. Pretty much. The first time I held a mic, I was actually the age of 2. My father's a musician.
okay,
He
okay.
plays drums,
okay,
lead
okay.
guitar,
Okay.
keyboard, trumpet.
Do you play instruments?
I used to play the clarinet, yeah.
Oh,
I was
wow.
actually very good. I used to win national arts festivals, clarinet solos, classical music, and that's where my classical training came from. My passion for classical music and wanting to get a better or deeper understanding of it. And so I used to go to government high school. I used to play in the government high marching school band. And so my love for Bahamian music grew with that as well. But I started singing professionally at the age of 16 in the gospel arena up to age 18, 19. I used to sing in a gospel group called Rake and CMA.
Okay.
And the work that was done, the studio work that was done, a lot of the releases that was done won Cacique Awards. And I was only about 17, 18
Oh wow.
at the time.
You know this. You true to this.
That's where I learned how to do vocal stacking in studio work.
Okay.
You
Yes,
see what I'm
yes.
saying? And so now I've got my own personal vocal studio at home. I do vocals for other people. I do vocals for myself. A lot of people whose work I've done on their albums, they don't even know that it's me. A lot of the work that I've done.
Wow.
You have to know my voice to know that, hey, that's Nishie.
That's right.
But I've been doing this thing for years. And then I went over into secular music. Got a call from a good friend from the gospel arena, actually, saying Fred Ferguson was looking for a vocalist for his band. That's when he had his band, Fred Ferguson and Tingham Dum Band. Joined that band, well, auditioned for it, got hired on the spot. From there, I went to Ira Store and the Spank Band. Learned how to do the Rake and Scrape thing from there because according to Ira, I was too jazzy, too gospel-y. I got to change my sound. And so this is how my sound began to evolve. And I was able to incorporate the soul music, the old school music that I learned working with Fred Ferguson and tying it in with the rough bush,
Right.
hard heel,
Right.
barefoot,
Yeah.
bush music of Aristo and the Spank Band, and Nishie L.S. was then born. We left. The Spank Band formed our own band called the Rhythm Band, and I've been with the Rhythm Band for about 7-8 years until the pandemic.
Okay.
Not to cut you off, but where that name Nishie LS come from?
My government name is Anishka.
Okay.
LS is an abbreviation of my last name, Lewis.
Okay.
So Nishie, Nish, Nico, and Nikki, that those were like the abbreviations of my name. Family and friends would use.
Right.
So I just took Nishie, and then I abbreviated my last name.
All right, so earlier you said you was a songwriter, right? Because not all singers, right?
Right.
And okay, and you just spoke about the pandemic, and you guys were together until the pandemic. Was the pandemic the inspiration for Lose Me?
It was. The
figured
song
that.
was
I
about.
figured that.
It was about my
that.
pandemic experience.
I figured that.
But it didn't. Nishie L.S. was born during the pandemic.
Okay.
Nishie L.S.
Yes.
actually blew up and grew during the pandemic. During that time, I'm an essential worker, and while I was at work, I wrote the song. But how it came about was, it was such a rough time, not knowing if I was ever going to see a stage again. Being a creative, being unable to do what it is that you do. That's my outlet. That's my therapy. And so to not be able to release that pent up creativity, it was hard for me. So I started a page and started singing every Sunday on Facebook. I was doing Facebook Lives and singing old school music, like the Patti LaBelle's and Aretha Franklin's and all of that stuff, every Sunday evening. And we would call it Wine Down Sundays. And I would come on Facebook Live with my glass of wine, ask everybody what they drinking. They tell me what they drinking, or cash out me something and say, buy a drink. Because drinks was hard to get during the pandemic. And it became a weekly thing. People began to demand that I come every Sunday. And and then like they used to send me videos. They're having family get-togethers during the pandemic, and they have like this big screen on the wall,
waiting on you,
waiting on me, like for real. And then it grew. Couple of the guys that are in the band that performed with me last night. They came over and we started to do a little Rake and Scrape sessions at my house on Sunday evenings. And then I wrote the song. The guitar player for the rhythm band, Chad Young, he came to me. He was my mechanic, came to service my car, and he was playing the Lose Me track in his car. And I poked my head out the window and I say, hey, what that is? That sound good? Yeah. And he say, yeah, just up my work and all. I said, Lamo, do something with that. Never wrote a song before.
That was your first song?
Lose Me?
Actually, it was the first song that I released. I actually wrote a song before this called Big Gal, but it just never came to fruition.
Okay, right. Okay,
it never came to fruition.
Okay.
That was me dabbling in it for the very first time, and it just didn't go the way I wanted it to. But Lose Me was the very, very first song that I wrote and released as an artist. And I released it on my birthday, which was in June.
What a gift.
Of that year. And it just went, it flew.
Yeah.
So how quickly did things pick up after releasing that song?
Months later. Months later, I got a call from, he's from Turks and Caicos.
Shout out to Takes. The Takes is always show the Bahamas.
Listen to me.
Always.
That song blew up in Turks and Caicos first. Before it blew up in the Bahamas, it blew up in Turks and Caicos. Literally within like 2 months of me releasing it. That song was a hit in Turks and Caicos. And they flew me over for a Lose Me concert. That was my very first Lose Me concert. I was the only artist.
What? You go from COVID pandemic.
Listen to me.
To now you doing your own
Listen
concert.
to me. They had.
You need your own space in COVID. Now you doing everything about you.
For real. I've never experienced anything like that ever in my entire life. I was the only artist. There was the only performance that happened before me was a local band. I think it was Provisions Band. They opened up for me. in Turks and Caicos, and I was
She's the headliner.
I was the only artist.
Wow.
Book out.
No.
I couldn't believe it. Book out.
Wow.
Book
You
out.
know, Turks really is sure us love them.
That's
Listen to me.
I
could never go against them.
They do.
Ever.
What? They love him.
Ever. To this day, whenever Turks people know Nishie coming in town, movie. Movie.
Wow.
They don't play over there. They don't play
Turks.
over there.
Boy.
What's your thoughts on the state of Rake and Scrape now? Like,
I am loving the evolution. I am loving the direction in which it is going. I'm loving the fact that our young people are now reconnecting with it, because it was such a fight when I first entered the scene as a band girl. It was so difficult because there was no connect with the generation of that time and the younger generation with Rake and Scrape music, and so we was losing it.
Yeah, that's facts.
Exactly.
That's facts.
We were
It was like
losing the culture.
It's a big gap. Yeah, it was a
It was
big
a
gap.
huge gap.
Yes.
We was losing the culture.
Yes.
And you know, hats off to the veterans,
Right.
because they did what they needed to do. But what they did was for their time.
Right. That's facts. That's facts.
What they did was for
That's
their
facts.
time. However, the music that they created, classic,
Timeless.
That's forever.
timeless. It's forever. And I'm learning that slowly with my song, because it's been 5 years now.
Yeah.
It's been 5 years. June will make 5 years. And I'm like, y'all ain't tired of this song yet. So I get it.
Yeah.
I get the fact that there's a possibility that Loose Me could be timeless.
Yeah.
And so
No, that's not. That's the fact. We'll keep going. That's timeless.
I'm slowly understanding that. But for me, I could never let go of the timeless pieces. So when I present myself on stage, I'm bringing that with me, irregardless as to how much personal songs that I have, because I do have my own list of songs.
Right.
But it may not be enough to hold a whole show yet. I'm building on that.
Yeah.
Still building on that.
man.
So I rely on the classics. I look to the classics. But the way they present it, I would never present it.
Right.
I would never present it. I'm gonna put my own feel. I'm gonna put my own thing onto it. And this is where the evolution comes in, because what is music today? What is today's music? Today's music is we sampling the classics.
Yeah.
We sampling the classics and we making it our own.
And it ain't nothing new under the sun.
Yeah, that always been a thing.
That's always.
You
know, hip hop itself is built off samples.
Exactly.
Everything about hip hop is
Exactly. And I feel like we need to break the mold in understanding that that's just the reality of music, and that's how it transcends.
Right.
And that's how you keep it alive too, because
Yes.
what worked for this generation is not going to work for the next one.
Right.
So how can we take this and bring this to this generation and they accept it in the same way? We're going to have to modify it in some way, shape, or form.
Yep.
And so I'm loving the direction in which me and other Bahamian artists that are coming up are doing it, incorporating it in our own individual music,
Yes.
as well as taking the timeless pieces and putting their own twist to it. I'm loving that.
To speak on that too, because I loving it too, honestly, because all right, Julian Believe just dropped a song with featuring
Whip Wap,
Shine.
Exactly.
Shine, and Johnny Cake, and Exact.
I could be honest with you, like, because that's why I asked you how you feel about the state of it, because I feel good about the state of it now.
Yeah.
I could be honest with you, and you know, I feel, I'm gonna say this right now, I feel like that song, like the beat too, right? I feel like that's the beginning to the breaking. That's the beginning to like it's already evolving.
Yeah.
So that's the beginning to like getting our music to the world.
Closing the divide.
Yes.
That's all that it's about.
Yes.
And that's the objective. The objective is to get it to be able to compete on the international market
Right. Yes.
with other
Yes.
with other genres. This is how reggae music was able to make it. This is
Yes.
how soca music has been able to make it, because there has to be a connection
Right.
to the international sound and quality of music. We can't be sounding like we from the bush, although it's bush music.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
It's bush
yes,
music,
yes.
but it has to be pristine,
Yes.
Clear.
Yes.
Yeah.
clean
Yes.
bush
Yes.
music,
Yes.
you know?
Yes.
And so I am excited for the direction in which the culture is going and the connection that it's making with the younger generation. Again, I am an advocate, a huge advocate for, oh Lord, what the word is? It was right there. Mentorship.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. 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 Yes.
And so
yes,
I'm in
yes.
the schools.
Embrace the
Exactly.
younger embrace the
generation.
younger generation.
You have to.
Yes.
I didn't have it.
Right.
Because that was gonna be
Right.
my
I
next
didn't have
question.
it.
Like, is there any artists from the older generation that lend the olive branch or lend a helping hand to
I'm
say,
gonna
man,
be
hey
honest,
man,
not that I know of.
yeah,
Not that I know of. When I was in school, my only mentor was Chris Justilian, and he was my band leader, my music teacher. Ambassa is his band, and he's also the leader of Colors Entertainment, John Canoe Group.
gotcha. Okay.
But what about like after the loose me? Like after that, like any, you understand what I'm saying? Like after you drop loose me, you kind of like went into another breath. As far as with other art in the space of other artists, in a sense, you get what I'm saying? Like, so did you get did any of the bigger artists lend you a helping hand after?
No.
Give you your
no.
respect or props?
Yes, definitely. As far as respect, props, accolades, yes. KB has done it. Sweet Emily has done it.
Nice,
Funky D.
nice.
I've worked with all of these artists
that's
over
great,
the years.
that's great, that's
I
great.
have been their background singers for years.
Oh,
There's
wow,
not
wow,
there's
wow,
not a
wow.
Bahamian artist, I believe, from what I can recall, that I haven't worked with.
Right.
Nice.
Oh no, I've never worked with Sweet Emily. When I came onto the scene, Sweet Emily had put down the baton.
Okay.
And she went over into gospel.
Okay, yeah, right.
She went over into gospel music. So Sweet Emily would definitely be someone that I can say that I've never backed or worked with when I was a band girl.
Right.
But everyone else, down to Ronnie Butler, Therese Hepburn, Chino D, Funky D, KB, Veronica Bishop,
Right.
everybody.
Right.
I've worked with them for years, sang background music for them for years. And so for them to see me turn over
Right.
and now sharing the stage with these very people who
Right.
I would have been
Backing
behind the scenes,
yeah,
backing
yeah.
up,
Right.
you know, all the time. Me and Veronica like this, that's my auntie.
Right. Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
I call her auntie. I don't
Yeah.
call her Miss Bishop.
Yeah.
You know?
And that's how it should be, though.
Yeah,
But that's
yeah.
good, though. That's
Yeah.
good that they embrace you. Because I remember, see, I ain't trying to start no controversy. It's the scene, but we got to be real. You know what I mean?
Here we go. I know it's going to get heavy at some point. Let's
No,
go.
I mean, I'm just saying, you know, because I remember, like last year with the Elevation Awards and so forth.
Oh, here we
I'm just
go.
saying. I'm just
Here
saying.
we go.
I ain't trying to. And I just see you say you and that. What would make me think about it is because you say you never worked with Sweet Emily. But I remember Sweet Emily because she was nominated with up and coming artists like yourself.
Yes.
She felt the way about that.
Right.
I mean, I can give my thoughts on it.
Go ahead.
I like wait for you to.
Trying to set me up.
You know,
okay.
but I can give my thoughts. Me personally, at first, I thought that I'm gonna be honest with you. I can tell you the whole thing. At first, I thought that she had a point, right? And I didn't know all the information. So I know Roxy.
Yeah,
Yes.
Roxy. We had Roxy.
So, like,
come.
we had Roxy
spoke
on.
highly of you. That
Yeah,
was my first time actually hearing about you.
Oh,
and I
okay,
went
okay.
and I did the research and I was like, okay, oh yeah, I see why she mentioned her and say
Right.
she's someone to mention.
But see,
It's my girl.
I didn't know. Okay, with talking to Roxy, prior to speaking to her, I didn't know that Sweet Emily released something new.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. She's been releasing music from she came back on the scene.
So, my first impression was she's right. because I didn't know that she released something else. See, now if you're a catalog artist, because now you see earlier we spoke about Loose Me. That's a catalog song. Now you're gonna be able to perform that
Forever.
Yeah, what I tell you, forever. That's one of them.
Right.
And then when you're not performing it anymore, you see how you
Somebody
like
else.
Somebody else is gonna do it.
You understand what I'm saying? That's just what it is. That's just one of them.
Right.
So by her releasing a song, she can't blame the Elevation Awards for putting her in the same category as people.
Because it's based on music that was released within the last year.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
It was.
So then when I understood that, because I thought it was all catalog, I didn't know she released.
No.
If it was all catalog, she would have had all the. I don't think the presentation was right, but she would have had all the. But I mean, that's been a year. I just want your thoughts on that moment at the time, like.
Well, it was. I would say it caught me off guard. It caught me off guard because this is someone that I have embraced on numerous occasions, and so knowing or assuming that this is how they really felt, it made me, it threw me off a little bit.
Yeah.
But I do understand where she came from with it. I just feel that the presentation could have been better.
Yeah.
The way the point was made, I felt like, she could have exercised a bit more grace and how she felt. I understand the frustrations of when you put in so much work and then you're just streamlined along when there should be a level of separation. I understand that. That comes with years. That comes with time, energy, work. I get that. However, it could have been done with a bit more grace.
Yeah. And I mean, even with you saying that, even now, you're still graceful because your response, I saw your response. Your response was graceful. Like you were saying that you were saddened by it and whatever. But it's always, you never like.
You would never diss her.
No, I'm not going to do that. But then, at the same time, you ever heard the term, you never meet your heroes? Because sometimes you may get your feelings hurt. The way you look at someone or you idolize someone, you feel as if, they're this type of person. And then you meet them and you realize, oh.
What you taught of them, who they
really
actually
what it is.
is.
And I've learned to give people grace because you don't know what road they may have trodden on to, result in them becoming that type of person, what they would have endured, why they're the way they are. Not to say that that's her or her character. She could have probably just had an off day. We're all entitled to that.
Absolutely.
Because I've lost my cool once or twice in some situations, and I would want people to show me the same grace. Don't let one bad experience or one negative thing that I may have said or something that you may not have agreed with or I may not have presented it right determine that is my character, because that I may just have had a bad day.
Right.
And then this is what tipped the scale and y'all just catch all that smoke. And so I've learned to deal with situations and people with grace, with the way I would want to be treated. And so I guess that's probably why I answered it the way I did. I know people were looking for a back and forth, for a tit, for a tit and tat. But for me, I'm the kind of person I'll walk away before I embrace the drama because I know how I can get.
Yeah.
All right, don't mind the gracefulness. Don't mind that.
Don't mind the great. No mind.
Don't let
grace.
that fool you.
See the grace there because.
Okay, but God.
The grace there
but
because.
God.
You understand what I'm saying? I don't want it to get there.
No.
Get there,
it ain't gonna be good. It ain't, and once we there, it'll come back down.
No, exactly.
Up and stuck.
Let's leave that.
It's up and stuck.
Yeah. I feel you 1,000%.
Yeah.
I feel you 1,000%.
Yeah, but much love to her. And, she paved the way.
Exactly.
She paved the way. And irregardless to how my personal feelings may be towards her, I will always respect her mantle.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
Because she's a trailblazer. She's set she set the standard. Her, Veronica Bishop, Therese Hepburn,
Mm-hmm.
Nita,
Right.
Spice.
Yeah.
These were the these were the women. These were the trailblazers, you know, and they paved the way for artists like myself
Right.
to be able to do what it is that we do now. Because in this industry, it's a man's world.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Facts.
yeah.
Facts.
It's a man's world. As a woman, as a plus size woman, you got to be 10 times better.
Yeah.
You got to be 10 times more consistent. You got to smile when you don't want to smile. Something KB would cuss the engineer for like a dog. I can't do that because I'd be labeled difficult to work with.
Exactly.
That's facts.
The biggest B.
That's right.
All right.
That's
And
real.
so
That's
it's
real.
10 times harder. And to be consistent in delivering is something, they only looking for you to slip up once. Okay? They only looking for you, I'm telling you, they only looking for you to slip up one time. Nishie had a messy show. This ain't look like this ain't the energy. Nishie ain't got no energy.
Yeah. Yeah, over after that.
But hey, I'll take it back to a saying what KRS one said once upon a time. He said, if the older people would learn from the younger people, when they go around other older people, they'll be that much further ahead. And if the younger people took what they learned from the older people, when they go around other younger people, they'll be that much further ahead. So it's like, it's a part. We have to help each other.
Right.
And that's how you
Facts.
keep the thing going. Sometimes I feel like the older generation, they'll say, well, who these young children is? Don't be mixing me up with
They
them.
mean. They're mean. They're
Yeah.
mean. They're
Yeah.
mean. They're mean. They're mean. They're mean.
Yeah.
They will die with the knowledge with them.
I don't like that.
That-
I don't like that.
That's not right.
grinds
That's not
my
right.
gears.
That's not
I don't like
right.
that. I don't
That's
like
not
that.
right.
That
That's not right.
grinds my gears, and I love them, and I will always have respect for the older generation. But man, y'all mean as hell. Y'all mean as hell. Like y'all ain't trying to tell nobody or teach nobody nothing.
But I learn to teach. Me, I learn to teach. Like I don't understand it.
The way I
don't
learned,
understand
I had to watch.
Yeah.
I had to watch
Fly on the wall.
and observe and do it very quietly. And I had to pay attention to, that didn't work out. Okay, so that's not what I need to be doing.
Right.
And okay, the engineer gotta be my best friend. I can't piss him off. So I gotta figure out how I could get him to give me what I want without having to cuss. I gotta figure that out. And then the band, I gotta make sure everybody comfortable. Because if they comfortable, we can jam.
Right.
If
That's
they
facts.
ain't comfortable,
That's facts.
we gonna have a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Because if they too busy focusing on what to play,
Yeah.
they ain't focusing on me.
Right. Right.
And I need you to focus on me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because believe it or not, the band derives their energy from the artist, not the other way around.
I
That's
believe
true.
you.
The crowd
I believe you.
is looking to the artist to provide that show, but your band and your background vocalists are relying on you for the energy for them to do their job.
Yeah. That's facts.
If you ain't giving that to them, your show is ruined from before it starts.
Wow.
Because if they dead and dry in the back of you, ain't nothing you could do.
And you perform so good, I got to listen to everything what you saying but performance. I
and
ain't gonna tell you no. Whatever you say, it's
these
right.
are things I had to observe and learn. And being in a band, being a band girl, knowing what is expected of the artist from the band, I'm speaking from the ins and the outs of it. You know, and I feel like that's the advantage that I have also in my ability to execute. I know what it is that the band needs because I was once a band girl.
Okay.
I know what it is that a vocalist needs because I'm a vocalist, a background vocalist. And for me, in order for you to lead, you have to be able to follow.
Exactly. I
Facts.
firm believe in that.
You have to be able to follow.
Facts.
And so that's how, you know, I took that and I said, how can I make this work for me? And I just created this thing and it just keeps growing and growing and growing. And now I have a team that is advising me and giving me even more knowledge about the industry, about the business. I started learning about that side of it.
Right.
The hard way, of course. But I mean, what is the best lesson? Getting burnt.
Yeah. Yeah. Facts.
The best lesson is getting burnt. And so
Yeah. But you know, see, I think like some of the biggest things is like authenticity, right?
Mm-hmm.
You spoke about being vulnerable to your fans and all these things when you're on stage performing.
Mm-hmm.
I was to the show last night too. And I remember a part of the show where you spoke to the fans, myself, because I'm a fan, about earlier this year you had a life-threatening situation.
Yeah. Yeah.
Speak about that.
And I was like, it's so crazy that you said about you being vulnerable and leaving everything with whatever they could. And I had that question for you in my mind from last night, like,
what happened?
Yeah, like what happened? Like, I think you said that last night, so I want you to elaborate on that or like speak on that. If you,
okay, I can speak on it.
Okay,
you know,
great.
I'm a woman. One of the biggest health issues that's been really railroading Black women, especially today, is fibroids.
Right. Yeah. When you started saying that, I kind of like, I figured that.
And it runs predominantly very strongly in my family. A few, my mother included, had to get hysterectomies to rectify the problem because there was just no saving the uterus.
Right.
And that happened to me also. For the past 3 years, I've been battling with that. Hence my weight being up and down. And within the last year, just...
Oh, wow.
And it became life-threatening because I had to get it done. I was carrying a fibroid the size of a 6-month-old baby.
Oh, my goodness.
And so I had to get it gone. It had to be removed. But I was so booked and busy during the Christmas season. I told my doctor, can we please put it off until January? And he said, okay, yeah, sure, fine. We did the surgery. I came out in 2 days. Surgery was successful. Of course, the process had to change because they didn't realize how big it was. The scans weren't giving them accurate measurements.
Wow.
So we had a plan. That plan changed while I was on the table and already under. So I had no idea as to what happened until I came out of anesthesia.
Yeah.
They had to have the full-blown surgery, take the whole thing out. And I came out of hospital in 2 days. I was good. I felt fine. 3 days later, I'm running a fever of 105 degrees.
Oh, my goodness.
And it just went from bad to worse. I had to go back to the hospital, in and out of consciousness. Went back to the hospital, came to find out that, the risks of surgery, picked up an infection. Body was completely septic.
Oh.
When I got into the hospital, it was the beginning of the end for me.
Wow.
My infectious. So what started off as just my OBGYN practitioner, anesthesiologist, turned into a wound specialist, an infectious disease specialist, an endocrinologist. Like, it was a whole team of doctors now that had to come on to try to save my life. And my infectious disease specialist, after the fact, once I came out of the hospital, he said, Nishie, had you waited one more day
Oh, my goodness.
to come back to the hospital, you would not have made it. Because that would have gotten into your bloodstream. And once that would have gotten into your bloodstream,
Nothing they could do.
it would have gone through all of your organs, and there would have been nothing we could have done. The only thing we would have been able to do is try to make you as comfortable as possible before you left.
Wow.
So 1 day away.
1 day away.
Oh, my.
1 day away.
And
See, you saying that, how you say, like, you got to deal with people with grace because you really don't know what they going through or what they been through to get to where they is.
And what's so funny is I've heard the noise in the market about people, sipping about my baby. Oh, she getting so big. Why she looking like that? I have no
That's
idea.
just Bahamians, though. You know how we go.
And believe it or not, I am
She putting on weight.
healthy as a horse. I don't have cholesterol. I don't have diabetes. I don't have high blood pressure.
Right.
I don't have any of those things.
Yeah.
The only thing I have is asthma.
I couldn't tell. That's why I said
Believe it or not.
Say believe it or not. Don't believe it. Not.
I have learned and mastered the art of singing while holding my breath. I will be completely out of air. There's no air in my lungs, but I pulled from my diaphragm. And with the fibroids sitting on top of my diaphragm, it made it 100 times harder to do, but I still was able to master it.
Wow.
And so I would be on stage, like last night, I was fighting for my life.
What?
I see you sit down now. I see you sit down. I see you sit down.
I sat down because of the pain
Okay.
from the wound. I'm still healing.
Oh, wow.
I'm still healing. That's why when I made the post, I captioned it. I said, I'm sure this is the moment I popped the stitch. Because when I woke up this morning, Rasta God, the pain, it was so much pain.
Lord.
It was so much pain. But that's why I sat down and took off my heels too, because you're supposed to be wearing heels.
Yeah.
When you do them things. But a girl had to come out
Hey,
cute. Let me just,
as long as they see you
let
when
you
you come
see
out.
the outfit when
Yeah,
you come
yeah.
out. And I'll give you about
Take the
10 minutes
pictures.
of this, take the photos. All right, she was gotta go. But yeah, that was what happened. It was a very scary time for me. And when I went back to the hospital, I felt that something was wrong. I felt that something was wrong. But the doctors wouldn't tell me because I have severe anxiety.
Oh.
So they're not going to say anything to me because they don't want me to freak out. My pressure go
that'll
through
make
the
it
roof
worse.
because
Right.
that was an issue I was having also. And the problem was the reason why the infection festered also is because I'm allergic to certain antibiotics. The antibiotics that I needed to take were the ones that I was allergic to. And so the ones they gave me were the ones like you could take for like a throat infection or an ear infection. But it wasn't strong enough. So I had to have an intravenous line in my arm for like about 3 weeks and go into the doctor every day to get my medication in my arm
Wow.
every day. I still go once a week now. But then every day for like 3 weeks, I had to go in to get my medication in intravenously because the oral medication wasn't strong enough. And the ones that I needed to take, I was allergic to.
Wow.
And so that was what tipped the scale for me also. It was like everything that could have gone wrong went wrong. But God is faithful. I am still here, jumping up and down and freaking myself out and
Having great performances.
And so, this performance, like I said, was nerve-wracking for me because I still had all of that to deal with. My manager, who was also my doctor, traveled with me to make sure that I was okay for this event. So I give God thanks for him.
Wait, you say your manager is your doctor?
Mm-hmm.
What?
He's also a singer, songwriter, a musician himself. He has his own band, the Infinity Band.
I remember you even saying last night, he was the one who said, you ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
When you was,
Mm-hmm.
I thought he was telling that to the doctor.
No. Yeah, he told the team that.
Oh, okay.
It was him who put the team together.
Oh.
It was him who put the team together because when I went to him with the original problem. He said, okay, I got your OBGYN, I got your anesthesiologist, I got this one, I got that one, I got the next one. And he's been guiding them because, he would have all of my original files. And he would be the one that they would consult as to
what's going on.
What's her allergies? What's this? What's that? What can we do with this? What can we do with that? And so he's the head of the team.
Right. Oh, wow. Wow.
Boy, wow. Your life in his arms.
Indeed.
Straight
And
across
he
the
is
board.
not playing.
No, he ain't playing.
With that.
That's his update.
Man, boy. Dog, you got a story to tell, man.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing. So coming out of all of that, like, what's the biggest thing you learned coming out of all of that?
God doesn't play when it comes to me.
Say it again, man.
I am his favorite.
Say it again, man.
I am his favorite. God does not play when it comes to me. I wrote my will in that hospital.
I mean, well, you need that.
That's how you need
You
that.
need that.
But at the same time, you didn't think, wow, this is how I got
Everyone
to do
is
it.
saying, yeah. Under these circumstances,
This is how I
I'm
had
too young.
to
I
do
didn't think
it.
I would have to do something like this.
Like I have everything in order. Life insurance, all the other things. I got that. But to say, jeez.
You always feel like, but he's so young to be right
Yeah,
here,
like
so.
you never think that was something you would need to. I always know that it needed to be done, but I didn't think, excuse me. And I just knew something was wrong. And I said, you ain't telling me nothing. I said, you know what? I called my lawyer in my hospital bed. I say, hey, I need this and I need this now. In 12 hours, I had it.
Wow.
Like, that's the kind of people I have surrounding me. And, like, that's why I say, God don't play when it comes to me, because it's not just the gift he's given me, the grace he's given me, the favor he's given me, but the people he has surrounded me with. God has separated people from me And he has added people to me. And these are people that would go to the ends of the earth for me.
Right.
I've never experienced that in my life.
Wow.
I have never experienced that. And so I am just grateful. I'm just eternally grateful. And I look at things differently, and I try my best to treat people differently and to learn to let things go. That's something I'm definitely working on.
Right.
Learning to let, because boy, I can hold on to some things.
Like me, listen to me.
Whoa, I can hold on to some things.
What's your
I'm a
birthday?
Gemini. My birthday in
okay.
June.
Yeah, see that
We will hate you forever.
I think Gemini and Libras is the closest in the horoscope thing.
Forever.
Like
Forever.
Yeah.
Okay?
You know, Gemini got 2 head, Libras is scale.
Listen to me.
Listen to me. When it over,
It done.
it over.
It's complete.
It over. I telling you what? Television Awards this year,
Okay, yes.
and you got 4 nominations.
4 nominations.
So, traditional song of the year, song of the year, entertainer of the year. See now, entertainer of the year.
It's down.
I don't even get look. I ain't even want to look at
Man,
the
no
list.
man, because Das Quay is a bop.
Yeah, I like that. That's good.
Das Quay is a bop.
That's great. That's great.
Das Quay in that
I guess,
category.
see that? Oh,
That's an entertainer.
It's an entertainer.
ceremony.
Yeah, so it ain't just music.
Okay,
It ain't
all
just
right.
performance.
All right. Yeah, you're right.
Shout out to Das Quay, man.
Wait, Das Quay.
That's my boy. That's
Listen
my
to me.
boy.
Listen to me. Boy, listen to me. Das Quay, I rate Das Quay.
Period. Period.
Remember earlier when I was saying I don't fall in love with the artist, I fall in love with the art. I fell in love with the art. I know who figured it out. I know who. It don't take me long, but I know who figured it out.
Yeah.
He figured it out.
Yeah.
He figured it out.
Yeah.
It's still some figuring out to do, you know.
No, but he got the blueprint.
He got the blueprint.
He got the blueprint.
I'm telling you,
Period.
you ain't got to tell me nothing. I
Period.
know he got the blueprint.
Period.
Every time when you got the blueprint, you have some haters too. But we ain't get into that. Part. I
Listen.
need Das Quay to come on the show. You see what I'm saying? I need to tell you, boy, you need to have Das Quay on this.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? We ain't get into
Yes.
all that. Man, you know, this is a together show. But like I say, I in love with the art. I say I in love with the art.
But you 4i5, man.
Yeah, I like that.
But you 4i5.
Wellington, I know why you do that. I know why you do that. I could be real with you. I know why you do that. You shouldn't do that.
Lord.
Like regardless of however they could put it, regardless of however someone could put it, you know. Like you could say, because I know angles. You could say, like, I didn't mean it. Like, listen to me, babe. People know that come from a place of where it shouldn't have come from. You understand what I'm saying?
It was too transparent. It was too transparent, your intention. And my thing is, again, there could have been a better way. It could have been done.
Yes.
It could have been done a better way.
Yes. That wasn't the way.
No, that wasn't
Because
the way.
see,
So for the people who don't know, explain to them what's going down. I don't know how
really
you
get
gonna
off
say
in
it.
no big. Really get off in no
Everyone might know what you're talking about. No,
I can tell them, all right, well, all right, okay, let me tell you something. First of all, let me just say some things about Das Quay first. Like, I saw Das Quay sell out. Wait, it's so hard to do these type of things. Like, make the show about you in the Bahamas.
It is.
He did
People
it twice
don't
in the
understand.
I watched him do it at a smaller venue. Then he had to go to Atlantis. Then he going to Freeport. I watching these things, you know. I know when you figure it out. Now they have this fireworks in Paradise. DVD print, we just do the flyers for them, by the way. They got the Paradise and fireworks in Paradise now. Mike Epps, when he's the host. Das Quay is the host.
Yes.
You understand now?
Yeah. The
Yes.
levels. Yeah.
So like I feel as though like that's
make
probably
yourself
what make your boy feel away. To say something. Because now you see somebody master what you may have peaked at. That's how I looked at it. And looking like they about to pass this peak what you had.
Sitting there for a while.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I watched Das Quay from them skits.
Yeah, I remember.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Listen to me. I know when someone figure it out.
Yeah. And again,
movies and all these things, I don't see that being far-fetched right now.
again, it's the consistency of it also.
Right.
It's the consistency. The boy is funny.
Funny as shit.
He funny as
Funny
hell.
for nothing.
For
nothing. You know somebody who just look at them, you just boy still laughing like, but he get from Robbie, but like
For
that's-
real.
I'm telling you, he got
For
it.
real.
He
Like
figured it out.
he's the guy. You can't sit on the side of him in the class.
No,
You
You
get you in
will
trouble.
get in trouble if you can't sit on the side of him in
Principal
class.
office. Every day.
Automatic.
How you gonna do
Automatic.
your weight? No way. No way.
He is consistent in his delivery. And on top of that, I've worked with him. And his work ethic and
tell.
professionalism, chef's kiss.
That's why I follow the art. I know.
Chef's
brother.
kiss.
You could tell.
People gravitate towards that.
Yeah.
That's what sets you apart, you know.
Right.
Your professionalism, you don't have to be the funniest because there are a lot of
Comedian?
comedians.
Yeah.
There are a lot of other very good comedians out there. But Das Quay has managed to get people to gravitate to him in a way where, like, you can't deny it. You can't ignore him, you know? And his level of professionalism,
Yes.
bar none.
Yes. And they saw, even when they saw his logo, like, I understand who studied
Clean.
what is be going on.
Clean.
When I saw his, when I see his logo, I say, yeah, he onto something. His logo is remind me of that boy funny logo.
Yeah.
But it ain't the same. But it remind me of it. The logo look funny. But it represent him. You get what I'm saying? It's like, I know when someone figure it out, you know? But that's what's up though. Like, that's great. Yeah, one day.
Yeah, he pull up. But yeah,
One day.
you was talking about the Elevation Awards.
Right.
All of the categories she's nominated in.
Right. And then the female artist of the year again. Yeah. So what's your feelings on that?
Last year was a shock.
Right.
Because I was nominated, I think, for 5, and I got 3 out of those 5.
Oh wow.
This year, I don't know how to feel. I don't feel as if, mind you, I put in some work last year. Jesus Lord, I put in some work last year. I released some music last year. Not sure if it's in comparison. Well, there's no comparison to Lose Me.
Yeah.
As far as all of the music that that's been the hardest thing. You know, when you put out a song and it becomes a smash, to find or to be able to put out something again that's going to do just as well or better, that is pressure that I wouldn't wish on nobody.
Yeah.
So do you feel like you were, I think they call it in the industry, like chasing a hit?
Yes. That's
feel the pressure
exactly.
of chasing the hit?
Yeah. And so I released another song. It's called Control. I love the song.
Right.
I love the song. And it was actually written by my manager.
Really?
Really?
Yes.
How did that song come about? Well, I know you say he wrote it. Were you in on the writing process or he just brought it to you?
No, he brought it to me.
Wow.
He brought it to me and he said, Nishie, listen to this. Let me know what you think. And so I listened to it and I'm like, it's different.
Right.
It's different. It's Rake and Scrape, but it's not Bush.
Yeah.
We ain't talking about the climbing the coconut tree and the beach and homecoming and regatta. We talking about taking control of the scene, taking control of a situation, taking control of the room, you know? And I'm like, this sound is different. The feel is different. I'm scared. Because Bahamians are very traditional when it comes to certain things. And they stuck in their ways and they don't embrace change
I'm
very
trying
well.
to tell you, I think this new Rake and Scrape
don't
type of
embrace
vibe,
change
changing
very
this.
well.
I
It
think
is.
because let me tell you something. They stuck in their ways, but like you said earlier, that's their time.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
It's a different
yo,
time
listen
now.
to me. I ain't gonna tell you no word to lie. You know, I even spoke to Roxy about this. Like, I feel like you are like one of the perfect people to be the voice of the
New generation.
like the new sound type
Mm-hmm.
of situation, you know,
Mm-hmm.
because like your voice sound good on, you could lay on anything, like you could lay your tracks on, you could lay your voice on anything, like
Mm-hmm.
you have that. You could be
Mhm.
triumphant, you could be sexy, you could be whatever it is that you. I could tell, you know what I mean, and I honestly feel as though like if you was to get in that collab with Zoltan and them, I feel as though some things could happen.
Listen, I have spoken to a few artists. One that I've been watching for a while now, Shad Fur.
Yeah, I saw him. Yeah, I saw him. Yeah,
I
very
spoke
diverse
to,
artist.
I say, listen to me, nigga.
Mhm.
We got to do something.
yes,
Mhm,
yes.
And that's what I'm into. So back to your question with Elevation Awards, I feel a bit iffy about how things are going to turn out this year because I've been doing things differently. This isn't the Loose Meat track.
Right.
This is something completely different.
Yes.
What a lot of people don't know, I have a reggae song. I have,
it.
yes,
I heard it.
Reflections.
That's why I wanted to ask you, like, what type of artist do you see yourself as? But you explained it earlier.
I'm a versatile artist.
Versatile, yeah.
I sing any and everything. So if you're trying to put me in a box, that's never gonna happen.
Right.
That's never gonna happen because I could come up with an R&B song tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's how I roll. And so don't estimate me.
Mm-hmm.
Don't think
You
that.
know who I is.
No, you don't know me.
Yeah.
You don't know me.
Facts.
And so I'm a bit apprehensive as to how things are gonna turn out this year because I changed the game. I changed the flavor. And so whether it's gonna be received by the Academy, this is what I'm gonna call them, the Elevation Academy.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know how they're gonna perceive everything, how they feel about my work trajectory for the past year, and so I know I've been working. I'll tell you that.
Right.
There hasn't. I can't tell you. I don't not see outside of an airport. I'm always on a plane,
Right.
and so I've been putting in that work. So if it's based on work, oh yeah, I
Yeah.
got that in the bag. But to say like the music and what's been producing and how much airplay it's been getting, like that's something I haven't been able to keep up with within the last year.
Right.
I haven't been able to keep up with streams, airplays, royalties, all of that stuff. I haven't been able to keep up with none of that last year because that's how busy. No, I got a team. I got a team who's dealing with that.
Okay.
But to say for me to be able to catch it, because I've been doing all of this myself.
Ooh, yeah.
I've been doing everything myself.
That's usually how I
Yeah,
start.
you could really appreciate the team and you didn't do everything.
Listen
yourself,
to
son.
me.
Listen to me. That's what people don't understand.
Oh,
Tell them, but I love you all.
listen,
Every day.
listen.
Boy.
But in the beginning, it was just me. I did everything. And even now, even with a team, I still find it hard to let it go. Because I've been in control for so long.
You feel like you weren't doing what you need to do.
Not only that, I feel like I can lose out on something if I don't know everything that's going on or be in the track of everything that's going on, like negotiations, from bookings to dealing with contracts and organizing shows and communicating with the bands and dealing with my flight information and accommodations and all of these different things. And then you got to deal with the business aspect of it, checking in on your royalties, checking in on your trademarks, checking in on your copyrights. And so to have to relinquish that power and responsibility, I don't trust nobody.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Yeah,
and
it's hard.
especially in this
Whoa.
business too.
I
Whoa.
don't
Can't trust nobody.
humans.
Dealing with
don't-
humans, man.
It's scary, but I'm feeling good about who I have with me right now.
That's
Until my
good.
spirit leads me otherwise, and my spirit never lead me wrong.
I can tell you that.
Yeah.
My spirit never lead me wrong. My spirit is actually what saved my life. So I'm grateful for the team that I do have. And Elevation Awards is going to be a very, very interesting occasion.
Right.
I'm performing for it as well.
Oh, wow.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
As you should, man.
What is
I'm
it?
performing
April,
for it
right?
as well.
Next
Yeah,
month.
it's next month.
Mm.
I'm excited for it. I don't care how much people try to downplay Elevation Awards. That's ours.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
what
ours.
we say.
That's
That's
ours.
That's ours.
That's ours. You
That's
gotta show
all
up
we
to us.
have.
Like, why?
And I feel like the turnout last year was so disappointing. And I'm like, come on, all of these nominations, I get it. But they're an entity that's growing also.
Right, absolutely.
So
And
they're
they
gonna
ain't
have
always
their
get it
hiccups.
right.
They're not
Absolutely.
gonna always get it right.
Absolutely.
But it takes us supporting them
Right.
and
To say,
being
hey,
there
Facts. I agree.
to help them. And
I
even
agree.
if we see something that could be fixed, hey, listen,
what y'all
last
do,
year,
yeah.
this what happened. Make sure that don't happen this year.
Right.
This what I feel like y'all need to do.
Right.
Whether they take it or not, the point is we contributed in some way, shape, or form in helping them to grow and evolve. That's us.
You know what I mean? To even have a platform where you
Thank you.
choose
Well-
to give people their flowers.
Exactly. Exactly.
What else you want?
Nobody has to do
And
it.
if you
Take a
don't
lot,
do it, then they say, "Oh, they don't even have nothing that is." Like, people just want to
You're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. Like,
I learned that a long time ago.
I don't care how much they downplayed. I have a profound respect for the Elevation Award team. Hats off to y'all. Kudos to y'all. Y'all doing the damn thing.
Keep doing it.
Continue to do it. Continue to do it. Now, don't let this sway whatever y'all decide to do. I ain't sucking up. I ain't sucking up for the award. All right. I just giving y'all your flowers the way y'all gave me mine.
Hey,
You know,
that's
y'all
all it
doing
was.
it. And so whoever it is,
I know you want to hate him, man, because you wouldn't have mentioned That's Great like that. You mentioned him, and I tell you, I thought you
Facts.
should. You understand what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So I know you want to hate a date.
no man.
You know.
Hey, so back to the bond. That's your personal bond, or you travel with a bond everywhere you go?
I try to. I try my best to. Dastra can do it. Tyrus Riley does it. When they bring them in with they bond. They bring them in with they people.
Yeah.
They Shad Collie and the VIPs. They are my people.
Yeah.
All
They
right.
from Andros too?
No, it's a collaboration, but they are filled with Bryland boys.
Okay.
Them Bryland boys
Yeah.
doing the thing. The MD, the bass player,
Yeah.
LJ.
Right.
Then you got Jonathan on keys. He's from Bryland also. Joey on drums. He's from Bryland also. You have Shad Collie. Now, Shad, I know where you're from.
But who's that?
Shad is the leader of the band. Shad Collie, he's the lead guitar player.
Okay.
Dreadlocks.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Dread. Oh, he's the skinny one.
Uh-huh.
He from Inagua.
Shad from Inagua.
Tell him I tell you that.
I gotta ask
Don't
him
ask me
that.
how I know that.
I gotta ask him that.
Don't even ask me how I know
I gotta
that.
ask him that. Shout out from Inagua.
Yeah.
And then Kyran, he dealt with my stems, with the background vocals.
Okay.
I was
heard.
gonna ask you that. I thought you had
all me. Me.
You should see me at the show last night. They looking in the corner. I say, hold on, she got backup singers. Where they is? I can't even see them.
Me.
That did sound good though.
Nights.
Man, that did sound
2,
good.
3 o'clock in the morning till I literally lost my voice. I had no voice coming on that plane heading here.
But you say that's what you come from, so that ain't even nothing.
It's nothing to do.
Nothing new.
But my healing process made it difficult for me because both times, because I had to go back into emergency surgery actually for them to clean up
Right.
the mess. And I had to be intubated both times. And with the tubes going down your throat, could cause some damage. And so my recovery was not only just for my body, but for my vocal cords as well.
Right.
And so I'm still recovering vocally.
I couldn't
So
tell,
for
by
me
the
to
way,
be able, God is
you
good.
Yeah, God is great.
I couldn't
God is
tell.
good. So for me to be able to stack those vocals, that took a lot out of me. And the reggae set that I did, I was supposed to have background vocals for that too. But by the time we got to those tracks, I was done. It was gone, completely gone.
Wow.
I couldn't even talk. And so we just made do with what we had.
Yeah.
And
Perfect show to me.
it was
I couldn't tell.
I was grateful. But yeah, the Kyran, he's from Inagua.
Oh, I might be mistaken. Then he got dreads too.
Yes.
Then I talking with him. What Karen?
Kyran was the guy on the side of the stage next to the
Right.
engineer.
Okay. Great. Yes,
who
that's
was
him.
dealing with the
Well, that's what I'm talking
stems.
about. I don't know where your boy from. Then.
Okay.
Pardon me.
Because I said that.
I got the wrong person.
No, Kyran is from Inagua.
Okay, yeah, that's
he
right, okay.
he runs my stems.
Okay.
Yes, he runs the stems.
Because when you say dreads, he got dreads too. Right?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, Kyran has stems. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He has dreads too, but the long dreads.
Oh.
The tall,
okay.
skinny, me, long dreads,
I know you're
playing
talking about.
lead guitar
I know
on the
you're
left
talking
side of
about.
me.
I know
Right.
you're talking about. No.
That's Shad Colley. He's the leader of Shad Colley and the VIPs.
Okay.
Okay. And that's actually a small portion of the band. The band is bigger than that.
All right.
They have another keyboard player. They also have 3 vocalists. Oh, and Seymour. Seymour is the male vocalist that was there.
Right.
He opened up kind of.
He opened up for me. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
He opened up for me. Seymour. He's one of the lead. He listen to me. He's going bad. He's one of the lead vocalists for Shad Colley and the VIPs.
Okay.
So we were able to bring him and Kyran, and that was a godsend because that was a huge help for me
Right.
with everything that I had going on. So I was so grateful they were able to bring those persons over as well. But I try my best to travel with my band because when the music lock, it lock.
Right.
And we have excellent chemistry. The problem is, people tend to not want to pay for that.
Right. Yeah.
I don't perform the tracks. I am not a track artist.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna get the same vibe. You're not gonna get the same energy. So let this be an appeal to all of my clients. I do not perform the tracks. Please don't make me.
Yeah.
Please don't make me. I gonna have to turn the job down. I need a band.
Yeah.
And not
Gotta
just
get that feel.
and not just any band, because then that is another problem.
Yeah. Because now you got to build that chemistry with whoever it is.
Not only that, especially working on the family islands, you don't have opportunities to rehearse. There is no opportunity to rehearse. When you get there, that's performance day. Sound check takes up the majority of the day when you're going to have time to rehearse. And that material has to go to them before I get there, which means they need to be rehearsing before I get there.
And everything on you. That's what everybody can believe.
It can be everything on me, and nobody is gonna look at the fact that the sound is garbage. Nobody's gonna look at the fact that the band don't know what the hell they doing, and every band to say they know the music until we get on stage, and I say bridge. What bridge? You understand?
Yeah.
These are the situations that I'm placed in, and you're forced to work with these bands because that's who they paid for.
Right.
But I am very dry-eyed when it comes to my clients, and I let them know, listen, you want what you see on Facebook
Exactly.
and Instagram and TikTok? This is what I'm going to need.
Yeah.
You can't give me that. What you pay for, you get.
Yeah. That's
What you
life.
pay
Way
for,
to
what
live.
you pay
That's
for,
life.
you get.
that's life.
And I try to deliver that message in the best way I can.
With grace.
Because some people don't really understand, and I find that a lot of clientele don't really understand the industry and what is required and what is needed until they're in the thick of it.
Right.
And I realize too that a lot of artists and bands aren't advising their clients. They just want the job.
Yeah. Yep.
And it's sad because I get it. You need the money, or for whatever reason, you want the job, you want the opportunity, you want the exposure. I am all for that. I fully support it. But at the same time, we have to do things with sense. If you see that your client is ignorant to certain things, why not advise them? Hey, listen, I noticed this situation ain't happening, or I noticed this is what's going on. Things will be a little bit easier if you did it this way, or if you incorporated that, or for this particular type of scene, this is the type of sound you need. Like, you can't run a band off of a DJ system.
No, you can't.
Nope.
You can't.
It's not gonna work. Who's providing the sound? Oh, the DJ? No. No. But we're not saying these things. And then when we get there, it's an absolute disaster. And then the client looking at us like, what your problem is?
Yeah.
Y'all difficult now. Because now we in the thick of it, and we ain't got nothing we need.
Right.
Now we frustrated. We taking it out on the client, and the client is like, what the hell you want me to do?
I don't know what that is.
What is that? Exactly. We need to do better. We need to do better. I'm praying that with time, people know that when they call Nishie, okay, we get Nishie need this, and Nishie need that, and Nishie just work with this, and Nishie just work with that. And so we got to make sure Nishie get what she needs.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be a diva, but at the end of the day, if you want a successful event, and you want a stellar show, and you want the viral videos, this is what you got to do.
Right. That's facts. His music is a feeling. I trying to give you the feel.
you know. And big ups to my engineer, Kenny. He did the damn thing. He did that. He did that last night.
Yeah, he
that
did.
sound was...
No, that sound was...
Oh, my
Lord,
God.
that sound was... Hey, precise. That was... Yeah. What's in the future? Like, what's next?
This is so surreal. New music, first off.
Okay.
This is the time that you release music for the summer. I wasn't able to do that because of my, you know. But I do have about 3 songs that I have yet to complete. I want to get back into the trenches and do that. But my biggest thing was getting past this trip.
Right.
Okay.
Because it was 2 events that I performed for this week. And so we just really wanted to get past this. And then we're, ooh, why you doing that? He's mic sensitive. Don't do that. Don't do that. I want to get back in the studio and get the music out. Hopefully it connects before summer. But I have, the bookings are already coming in. The bookings have actually been coming in since last year. I just closed off the first 3 months.
Right.
This is my first international gig for the year. Many more to come. My phone has been ringing off the hook since last night.
That's the shit. I trying to tell
Since
you,
last night. From people over here in Atlanta, actually. And so I'm excited to be coming back.
Yeah.
To be doing some other things.
Any dates yet?
Yeah, I'm not gonna reveal. I don't want to jinx it. I don't want to jinx it. For me, when I know it's in the bag is when the deposit is paid and the contract is signed.
I can tell you that.
Nothing before the contract is signed and the deposit is paid will I reveal anything. So, but it's looking good. I am excited, and I hope that I heal quickly enough that I can keep up with everything because I still need a lot of rest.
Right.
And so with that, new music, I got a lot of shows coming up. I got Heritage Festival when I go back home this weekend in Exuma. I've got, so far that's locked in, Elevation Awards. I have the University of the Bahamas' pageant.
Wow.
I also have, I got some calls from Andros and Freeport, and they trying to lock me down for Independence already. Wow. No, I'm telling you, that's so serious. The bookings are. I got bookings in September already.
Whoa. Cheers.
No, for real. Like, that's how it is.
But I tell you,
He's a star. What you expect?
That's how it is. I ain't there yet.
Yo, listen to me.
I ain't there yet.
I tell you I was a fan in 5 minutes. I trying to tell you how I go.
I ain't there yet. But this is all surreal because I have been praying for this for so long and watching people that, you know, just joined the game shoot up, and I trying to figure out, can you see me here?
Yeah.
You see me? You see me? Like, I ain't standing right here.
Yeah.
You know, like,
right.
when my turn.
Yeah.
God was like, not yet.
Yeah.
Not yet. And now to see it materialize, I don't know.
Use Nishie L.S, man. What you mean?
It's one thing to get on a regatta stage. Like, that's a big deal.
Yeah.
To get on to perform for your country's 50th independence with your protege, Akila Davel. She, I believe, is 11. She goes to E.P. Roberts. And she performed with me on the Independence stage. She became viral. And my phone was licking off the hook one day. She sang my song at a fair that her school was at. And the person who recorded her posted it on TikTok. It went viral in hours. And everybody's like, did you see this? Did you see this? Did you see this? And so I surprised her at her school. I went to see her and I surprised her at her school. And our news covered everything. And from then, people have been calling me to book her. The police, she's performed with the police band. She's done openings for businesses. And
stop that.
Yes,
Embrace the youth.
And
see?
and
what
I've
they
been
do.
mentoring her, and she was able to perform with me and sing my song with me for the 50th Independence celebrations last year on the big stage. That was my first time performing as an artist on that stage. That is a huge deal. And for it to be the 50th year with her, that was huge for both me and her.
Right.
And it's been nothing but up from there for both of us. You know, she just performed for the National Arts Festival this year, and she did so well. She has such a beautiful voice, and she's so tenacious. She ain't scared of nothing.
No.
That's good. That's good.
She ain't scared of nothing. And so, like, this is where I'm talking about, like, with the mentorship, I am heavy into that, and so you'll be seeing a lot of that from me this year also. It's just a matter of being able to stretch the time. I'm an officer. I am an entertainer. I'm a mother, and so I'm stretched thin.
Yeah.
I'm also a mentor. And so for me, I just, I wish there were more of me, but I do my best with what I can do when I can do it. But I want to get back into the schools. I want to get back into the schools and do a thing there. That's a huge deal for me.
Great. A lot of times, you got to be the teams that you want to see.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah. That is the plan. So, guys,
Man, wait, this is so awesome.
Dope episode.
This has been an honor. It's been an honor, and I hope this isn't the last time we meet up.
No, but last time.
I hope
boy.
this isn't the only time we do this thing. I
No,
will.
no.
Hopefully, when I come back, I
The door's
can
open. The door's
embrace the couch. This big couch.
The
Once
door.
again, it's
The
done
door's so
wonders.
wide open.
What they say after your first time, you just guess. After that, you just guess what?
Or that. Or that.
Yeah, man. We appreciate you, Nishie L.S. Thought you got anything else? Yeah,
Good.
man. This is awesome.
This is
dog.
I mean, this is I is a fan. You understand what I'm saying? I just being real. I is a fan.
I appreciate you so much.
I appreciate you too.
Yeah.
It wasn't, we ain't getting the right time. We had to wait longer. It's late, What time it is? It's 1 o'clock in the morning. But everything cool. Everything feels good. You ain't gonna feel like it's just having fun.
Yeah.
All right?
Oh my
Having
gosh.
fun.
Yeah.
But,
But
yeah,
this
man.
was amazing.
Tell
This really
the
was
people
amazing.
where they could connect with you or follow you, social medias.
I am on everything. Okay. Facebook, # Nishie LS. Instagram, Nishie_LS. TikTok, Nishie LS Official. YouTube, Nishie LS Official. Snapchat, Nishie LS. X, Nishie LS. I'm on Threads, Nishie LS. Everything. Just look for me. You can stream me on Spotify. You could stream me on Apple Music. You can find my music on all streaming and purchasing platforms. Support.
Tell you that.
Support the artists. Okay.
Great music, great person, great personality, great performer. Nishie LS.
Yeah, y'all make sure y'all join our WhatsApp community too, man. That's where we have conversations like this all the time, every time, all day, man. So y'all connect with us. Talk That Podcast on all platforms. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. This episode, I go by Willie Waters.
G-Stat, DBD. Talk that. No, hold on. Say your name.
Oh, and it's your girl, Nishie LS. Thank you
Talk
so
that.
much for having me, guys.
You're welcome. Talk that.
You talk that. Talk that. Ooh. Could talk that.